Alright, so welcome back to Jim Bob's Garden. Today we're going to talk about, sorry, I'm distracted, we got our little dog here. Come here, Jack. Come here, Jack. Come here, Jack. This is my daughter's dog. All right, Jack. All right. Alright, anyway. So today what we're going to talk about, composting, alright? And specifically how to speed up your compost. I kind of run into a problem. The only thing I use for fertilizer around here is compost. And all my compost is gone, all my good compost, and now I got to get this stuff to rot down a little quicker. So there's a couple things you can do, or a few things you can do to make that happen. Alright, so first off, what you want is you want a layer. Alright, so I've already got weeds that I pulled out of my garden. They're a good solid layer down here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, that would be my green layer, so now I'm going to add a brown layer. Now these are paper towels that we've used in the kitchen, in the house. Paper towels and napkin. They do count as a brown layer because that's wood products. I have old boxes, like this is a donut box, because I love me some donuts. Now what you do, if you can, is pull the plastic off, but don't worry too much about it, because if the plastic stays, you'll find it in the compost later on and be able to pull it out. It's not going to do you any harm. It's kind of like the tape on boxes. If you can pull it off, it helps, but if not, don't worry too much about it. Now I'm ripping them up because the smaller chunks rot down quicker. Alright, then we're going to get some of these boxes. Now, I have found it seems to be a lot better if you let your boxes sit out in the rain for a while and get kind of beat up to start with, especially the corrugated cardboard. We're going to rip these up a little bit, throw them chunks on. Rip that all up. And, I mean, you can rip them down as small as you want. It doesn't have to be tiny pieces. But the more edges there are, the more the bacterial and microbial action will happen, because it happens on the exposed sections, and when you rip it, you got more exposed section. Then get you a good layer of cardboard laid down. Now you'll notice I'm not like laying it out all pretty like, or spending a lot of time worrying about exactly what goes where. Just kind of get you a good layer. One more box. Some of these boxes I've had since Christmas. Alright, eating up time here. Try not to keep you guys too long on these videos, because I know sometimes it's easy to lose people's attention. Alright, so I got a pretty good brown layer. Alright, then what you want to do is another green layer, which is some longevity spinach I had that went crazy. So I had to cut it back, and it was starting to get a little bit of black spots on it, so not sure what that is. So I'll throw my green layer on, and then I go for my household compost. I put that on. Have some potato peelings, some eggshells, bad meat, various and sundry other things. Basically anything that comes out of the kitchen. And, ooh man, that stinks. Coffee and coffee filters, all right there. Now, one of the other things that helps is moisture. So as you do these layers, giving it a good dose of water helps out a lot also. So just spray it down. Surprised he's not trying to play in it. All right, now you don't want to soak it, but just good dose of water, just enough to moisten the top. And then we want to throw some more on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the old compost and throw it on. And a lot of this is also dried up weeds that I pulled. And I try and keep the layers somewhat even. Doesn't have to be exact by any means. And I want to show you this. Hang on, hopefully I can see it. Yeah, you might be able to see the steam, but I got some heat going on there. And that's good, because I want to get that microbial action going on in this pile. And one of the best ways to do that is use some other compost that's already starting to break down. I know you want to play in the water, Jack. I got you. Anyway, my daughter sees this, she can be all, why are you making my dog all wet? All right, so then you just get it, start tossing it on top of the other. And I will put all of this on there. Now I do try and keep the bits that still have to rot down somewhat in the center, so that that action can start in the middle and work its way out. All right. The last thing that you need to do with compost, besides layering it up and keeping it moist, is to turn it. The more you turn it, the faster it'll grow. You can see this is already starting to break down. It's already turning a nice color of black, but it's a lot of chunks yet that still need to be broken down. So by doing this and then stirring it about once a week or so, it seems to make it break down a lot quicker. And that's how I get my compost to break down a little faster, so that I can get some more to put in the garden as the need arises. All right, questions, problems, concerns, please let me know. If you got better ways of doing business, please feel free to send them to me. Other than that, once again, thanks for stopping by. Grow something.